Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel JWT Web Dev. Today we will continue with auto login in the application and setting up user profiles. So first of all, I like to start with what I did different from the last video. I have included login system uh, for the application. Now users can log in, but let me first open pgadmin and postman. Good. So now users can log in using this login endpoint of login user and login delivery. And of course, I added an API version system. Like this is the final version for now, but say in future, I am upgrading my backend API. I can just write v2 or 2 to have a separate, separating the API logic from initial to final. So yeah, I have added this here, and then in this, I will just show you a file one by one. I have added different file for DTO because we will need it in future, and then we have user repo, and then we have service. Now one thing I have changed is that I have made my primary key from email to phone number, because let's say my teammates wanted to log in directly to the phone number instead of an email. Later we will also add OTP verification system, but for now, yeah, I have added phone number, and I'm using string, not big decimal or integer, because it's not needed. It's harder to store such a large value of number in integer. Best is that you use string, and then you can parse it to number, or just pass it as a number to other services required. Apart from that, you can see the I have added a new util of exception handler. So what you can do is that here, after if there's any issue, invalidation or other exception, you can just return the exception message in the front end. For example, here just say that password let me show it to you. Login request. Yeah, so you can see here that phone number required if it is empty. This is all use some validation, hibernate of validation. So this pops up if this throws a exception, and that exception is routed to the front end. I can show you an example. Say in register request, we have password. Let's say give a small password. Let me write it here. Let's see, register delivery. Okay, now in body, let me just copy paste it from here. Yeah, now just change it to how much it is. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Right, it's 10. And now my password is 1 2 3 4. You know, here minimum password is what? Minimum password is 6, right? So let's see what happens. Let me start the server. Let me make sure PostgreSQL is running. Great, it's running now. We will start a server. There's a lot of work done. I'll show it to you one by one. So now let me see, it's running. Good, it's running right now. Let me send this request. See, register request, the file name, which is this file name, register request, has an error, showing an error here. This will make it easy for us to debug everything. And yeah, we can omit it in when he runs the application, because I don't want to give too much information. But I can instead of this text message here, I can use AI or something to say make it a number, like instead of password should manager is include error code code R1124. So let's say this is an error code we get in the front end. Now we can separate documentation, internal documentation, which will have this R1123 is actually error of password should be at least 6 characters long. We can have this text instead of here in the front end, but for now I am not going to make it that hard because our application is not for deploying. But yeah, you can do these things from here. And yeah, so this global exception handler is just handling the case, and this code is not mine. I have taken from documentation. What it's doing is that it's taking an argument not valid exception method, and this handle validation expert validation exception is again a class from global exception handler, and then again this handle exception is also a class, and then response entity is the entity in form of string and message like body header and message body. So it just responds to an error with a bad request. So that's all. You don't need to do much hard work. Just copy this code and it will work. Now apart from that, in the login here you can see that after login we can check everything, that this phone number doesn't exist, register. Okay, if we give if someone mysteriously logins instead of register, then we have find by phone. Then find by phone number, it's this from the user repo. I change it here, find by phone number instead of find by email, and then we get the user role, and then we save the user role because it's needed everywhere. Now user has 3 roles. That's last time I said, user, delivery, and admin. So we save that role, and what happens here is that we make sure that the delivery user cannot log in as a normal user. We have specified that if someone is making an account with Zomato, they cannot log in as delivery personal. Maybe they can now, I don't understand, but earlier one role, one phone number is only for one account. And then of course we generate token for making sure that they can log in the token and then return the token in login response. So yeah, that's how it's working. And I had made a couple of changes in most of the code. I think you can check it once if you want to. Oh sorry, JWT filter. I had just typed authentication here to make sure it doesn't create an error. And let me see, in security config I have a password encoder. This encodes the password. I think I said it in the last video. Okay, sorry, my bad if I am repeating myself. I think that this is all. You don't need any more information. Now what I need to do is that in most applications what happens is that once you log in, okay, you log in into say Zomato. Okay, so let's say login. Okay, and then you do work in Zomato. You do work like whatever order etc. And again after say 3-4 hours you log in, right? You use the application again, but now you don't have to re-log in. You don't have to re-log in, right? So what I'm to say here is that when using an application as Zomato or Uber, you don't need to re-log in again and again, right? But here in my application, this token expires in 15 minutes. So it will be a pretty difficult job for everyone to log in again and again. And that's a basic need for the application because delivery users will take the time. So they cannot log in again and again after each delivery. We need to make a way to make sure that once login, the user can be logged in for 15 to 20 days without any issues until they want to log out, and in each case we will just cancel the their login from the database, and they have to re-log in again from the start with using phone number, password, OTP, etc., whatever they require. So for that I have made this. Let me delete this or just make it nice. Yeah, so we have the auto login. What we'll do is that we have refresh tokens. We'll create it right now. This refresh token will have ID of the refresh tokens. I will not use a UUID but normal ID, and then we have user ID, and then a token hash, device ID, expire set, created at. Okay, created at it's not required, but it's good to keep information. It's not it doesn't take a lot of space, so it's okay. So yeah, I will do it right now. It will take some time. I think I will pause the video, but let's just start with something. Yeah. In PostgreSQL, I need to write a code to create a new user table, because this table will have foreign key, etc. But well, I think you can just create a a model, and then let me try once. So you can have a fish token. Okay, now we can have it as an entity. You remember, right? How you create entity, controller, service, repo, etc. It's very necessary to understand how this works. And okay, I am creating primary key, of course. Now we have private long id. Sorry, id. This will be your id. Okay, and this will be generated value. Default. You can just increase current needs, and then we have also long have user id, and then we have private string token. Wait a second. Wait. Oh my god. Let's call token hash, because it be hash. Cannot give something to the front end without hashing it, because it can be used and de-engineer later. So it's better to hash everything and send it to the user. It shouldn't take no risk. It's in separating our backend with front end. And we'll have private date expire set. Okay, so that's all, I guess. So that's all I guess I have. Not sure if you need uh, created that, or if you have created that, you can just add it into PostgreSQL. So yeah, why not? Let me write code for everything and let me debug it. I don't want to waste time debugging everything and make the video longer. So yeah, give me. So I have set up everything that needed to be set up. First of all, here there's a request token model or entity, as someone calls it. So here I have added the ID, user ID, token as device ID, and expire set. So you can see that here created ID is missing. Also, I have not specified that user ID is FK. You can do it here. You can do it like either that 1 to 1, or at that column, or some multiple ways of doing that. But what I've done is that I have just wrote the code here. So yeah, you can see I have created the refresh token table and named it here refresh tokens, and then we have ID of big serial. It's long primary key. I have user ID, UID, and then token as device at expire set. This is all given by the friend by our backend. Then we can just have a default current timestamp. This is better because we have less work and PostgreSQL then do it in their end. And they have constraint, that is foreign key user, that's foreign key user ID references user ID on delete cascade. So this is understandable, I guess. Yeah, this is you have set a foreign key, and if you don't have a foreign key, I suggest you read a bit about DBM assistance and everything. And on delete cascade is that if the user, like say user, let me show it here. Let me show it to you here. All rows. Say this user with phone number 1234 has something saved, has some refresh token saved. If this user is someone related, then on delete cascade ensures that this row with having the same user ID as foreign key also get deleted. So that's what delete cascade is useful. You don't need redundant data in your database, and this will be used at more places from now. Mostly companies don't delete data like that, because data is everything for them, so they save data. But just for purposes, say if there's any legal issues or anything and you need to delete data, so this can be used on delete because it is very useful. Remember it, and it can be asked in an interview too. So I guess I've done that, and then I have this refresh token repo. This is just this is to access repo, like find by token hash. We can find the token hash, which is let me show it to you here. Yes, we have token hash here. You can set the token hash. I saw it to in delete data, and then we have delete by user ID and device ID. Just need to delete data. Is here. So let me show it to you first. Now we have first I've changed the code a bit. We are just saving everything user because I needed data from the user field. I thought that I would just go by with 1-2 repository calls, but this is a better method I feel now, as we have a lot of info to access. First I load the user based on the login request, and then save that as a user, and then I use that to check everything. Password is a match, or user role, and then I use a token to generate token, and then I have refresh token to generate refresh token, and this JWT tool, as you can see. Oh, okay, I've added GitHub, so every blue thing is I have edited the file, and green is like I've created the file. So yeah, JWT tool. Let me find JWT tool. Yeah, so here I have added generated refresh token. Just gives the UID and two UIDs to make sure that the string is big enough and it's not decipherable. Though I'm making a video, so it is decipherable anyways. JWT. Then you have hash token. This just hashes the token. Here you can see I have hash token. This is encodes the token and makes it secure. Bcrypt is used because I don't want to save something unalterated, and make sure that is covered with security, so it cannot be decoded easily. But yeah, then I have refresh token repo. What I do is that once I have the token and I just delete the old token and replace with the new one. For now it's a bit redundant because it is a better ways to go by it, but for now I'm doing this, so it makes sure that the token is as fresh as possible. What I can do is that I can check here that if the token is old by this date, maybe say it's 7 days old or 10 days old, then I can just reset it. Better do that here, or write a separate refresh tokens code to make sure that we don't have to use the repository calls as many times as here. Anyways, so later we have refresh token RT, then new refresh token, and then you have set all the details. Okay, and we save it into the repository, and then we can return that refresh token to the user. Now what I'm thinking is that when user need to bypass my application, not user application, sometime will bypass the login using this login response refresh login. So I showed you what I mean. Let me close everything. Yeah, now let me open the auth controller. Here I can have extra refresh auto login. Let me refresh robust mapping. We can just have a refresh here. Refresh. I will not have a different token for it. Like let me do it in the login refresh. I will not have a different delivery user. Just refresh because it shares the same code behind the scenes. Now you have let me see. Yeah, you need to add device ID here. Say I have edited here, like just string device ID. Just in the header you can search device ID, and you will take the device ID and set it here. So let's say that request header, and then we'll have device ID in there. ID self. I am using camel case everywhere, so I use camel case here too. Better for the front developer to follow a standard, I guess. Yeah. So it will be a string of device ID. Yeah, that's cool. Then we'll have return. We have auth service dot refresh login. Then we'll have body. Then we body. Here I think that yeah, That's wrong. It got auto completed, right? I thought I am writing something else. Anyways, what you can do is that you can have a request body here too. Request body, and here you can just share the refresh token. I tried all the documentation for this. Backend developers, front-end developers would know what I'm doing here. The body, to import map, and then you can have body dot get refresh token. Refresh token, not token. Yeah. Sorry. Refresh token. Refresh token. So, yeah, this will be called here. Then after that, what's that? You have refresh login, right? Refresh login, not good. We'll have refresh token and device ID. Then we can check. We can get the refresh token from here. Okay, so let me check here. Hash. We are getting the hash from hash token with the refresh token. Not wait. Okay, so one second. What is sending there is we are sending the refresh token, right? We are getting refresh token hash token. Yeah, we are sending the refresh token. Hash token is there in the database, so it cannot be hacked. Yeah. Now we can write the code. First, I guess we can have we can delete it here. Yeah. What you can do is that we find user. Then user is equal to user repo. Then we will delete. No, first of all, I guess. Oh, sorry. Yes, find by ID. RT. Sorry. So you have RT get as ID. I don't get here, and or else throw error. Don't need this issue. I can just save an internal error because well, this should not be reached in any state because here only we'll have a friend request should even exist. So this should invalidate internal error. Sorry. Internal error access internal. Okay. Yeah, we can have this. Let me test 9. Okay, great. What's the problem here? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, let's check my comments. Great. So now we can have refresh token repo, and the delete. We can directly have this here, or we can. Well, okay, you can have this. It's okay, and then you can have all the code string. New refresh. You can just copy the code from here, I guess. So I have fixed the issue. Took a lot of debugging time because there was an error apart from the that error we're getting. Anyway, so what I did first was that I created a new. Let me delete this comment here. It's just debugging. Okay. Now, so what I was doing is that first I made the code separate. Refresh token create as they were asking, and I made it separate again because of the error I was getting regarding to the deleting the repo in background. And then also I have treated this bit here. I have added my own query to delete the row here. It was creating issues, so it's like, let's make it this. I modified this. You can copy it. It's basic SQL, to be honest. This is delete from refresh token where this is ready is equal to device ID. Okay, and then also I have added double transaction management. Again, because there is an issue with transactions. What has happened is that in the delete function here, let's gone. The delete function here, let's say this delete by user ID. It's saying that you cannot delete without a transaction like a save state, because say if there's any bug or error, it cannot go back into the normal state. it's like log issue. I think if you have read database management, there's a system of different type of logs and different type of deleting and different type of states, save state, unsafe states, etc. So in this state we delete data from a table. So yeah, this is that. And then again, the main issue is that I was using a bcrypt. I just mistakenly thought that bcrypt is same regardless of the input type. I also searched it about it, yeah, SHA token, but that's wrong. So yeah, you don't have to use bcrypt, because bcrypt will give different output for the same token. Instead, I am using the digested SHA 256 hexagonal token. So I just added a new codec where to support the SHA 256. I could use another one, but I guess that uh, using this for just for SHA is okay. So now what happening is that I am using the same token to encrypt the device ID, and yeah, it will be same across the data field and everything. Later I will add this refresh token create logic to register to, and then use it in user profile. And I'll not be waiting a video user profile, because user profile is just all the database here. I will do it behind the scenes and show it next video. It's all everything here. Your customer have all the extra details, and the delivery partner's extra details. I'll just add a table to store the extra details, creating a new model here. Say delivery partner detail, delivery partner. I can create a delivery partner here. Okay, so I'll just add columns here, and name entity, and data, block, and then have ID and everything. But the ID, uh, yeah, ideas. Wait, wrong ID. Jakarta ID, Jakarta. Good. That's all. I will add more details later. But for now, let's focus on this. I can press play. Let me start. Let me show it here. I have code to, I guess, s out the string, check if it's matching or not with the current string. Let me show it here. First of all, we get now reduce that again. This is the header here, and then in body we have a phone number and password. I will have a login normally. Okay, logged in, great. Now you have this here. Okay, now we can pass this the body here. Just keep it up here. Related. Now when you log in, you should give us token and refresh token. Let's see. So yeah, this token and refresh token. Now this new refresh token, and I think yeah, I have the token here too. I'll just delete this because it will create garbage collection issues later. It's very hard to find. Yeah, this here. Select it. It's done, and in there you can see it's saved. And yeah, that's all. See how many ID is there? 103. I need to find a better way. I don't need that many tokens here. This makes sense to create tokens every time. I will delete the part and then recreate in next video. And also add the user login in between the next video, and we can continue from there to make the core system of ordering food, and then hold the system of drivers getting the orders, accept, rejecting, etc. And also I hope I can show you the front end. Let me show it here. Created front end and the studio. I don't need it right now. Wait, I think it will take a few seconds. Let me show it here. Wait a minute. Yep, so this is the application. Is working with it. Never mind the GitHub. Terminal here. Okay, I don't know tips. I don't use Kotlin anyway, so Do it later. Now, for now, we have to run the service. What I've run the later. Yeah. So, if we open the application. Yes. So this is the. Can I bring it out? Yeah. No. Okay. And yes. So you can fill data here. Sign in. Okay. So for now, this is text. I don't want this. Later, I will just make it. Now from here, I changed yesterday because my own is email, right? So I changed it in here. Where's the side of screen? I changed the from build. See, this is Flutter. If you want, I can make Flutter videos too. It's not a big deal. Let me search. Then it's builder. Everything is done. Single place. Okay. Keyword type, right? So this is for the login, I guess. For the login. Okay. For the sign in. First sign up here. Yeah, this phone number here is all GT phone. So if you type it here and login, it's not connected right now, I guess. I'll connect it later in the next video. This whole login process will be working, but I need a bit of time because my friends are busy. So they cannot work on the application free. I will try to bring next video by end of the week. So yeah, that's all I guess. I hope you like it, and again, if you want this code and everything, I can make a separate video for it. No, and let me just project here. Just not my screens. There's just some screens here. I put login sign up. I need to make it different. Add more folders because it's very messy right now. So yeah, for now that's all. Thank you for watching the video.